Hi guys, Hello Bella here. I am in the car. I'm heading to Ross to look for some stuff to sell on Amazon. I will tell you, I'm pretty excited because it is September 3rd and we've got less than 1 month until the fourth quarter. That is the time where, you can make the most money on Amazon. Things fly off the shelf. So we're rolling up on Ross first, and I'm gonna start here today, but I may go to a couple more stores like TJ Maxx Tuesday morning. Got a lot of spots to hit up today, and I haven't been sourcing in, oh gosh, probably 3 months. I've been really focused on merch by Amazon lately, so I just have not been out sourcing. My inventory is pretty low. Got about 600 products in active inventory right now, so I really like to get out there and get some stuff to sell on Amazon. So I'm gonna go in Ross. I'm gonna show you what I find, tell you how much profit I'm gonna make, and I'll let you know how much money I wind up spending on this trip. The first thing you're probably going to notice is that they've put all of the Halloween and fall stuff out. I love looking at the fall decor, but I was trying not to get too distracted. I went straight to the men's clothing. I like to look at the men's jackets and hoodies. I picked up 3 of these Under Armour hoodies, and I picked up 3 different colors just to kind of diversify myself a little bit. I think I got 2 in mediums and then 1 large, and they're $22 a piece. They come out to around $24 after tax, and I should be able to make anywhere between $15 to $20 a piece on these. Some of them sell for only $50, but some of them sell for $70, especially if they have different colors. This item, I actually just wanted to show you guys. I did pass on it because I'm gated in Adidas, but this was a jacket that originally had a MSRP of $300, and it was only $25 in the store. I'm not sure who this Daniel guy is. I guess he's a sports related or something, but clearly I'm not really on the up and up about that, but I thought that was interesting. And I did pick up this bright yellow Under Armour jacket as well. Thought it was a great price for $22, and that was one of the ones that I think will do pretty well. One thing I wanted to bring up was that 2 of these Under Armours were only allowed to be sold as like new. So you may see something pop up and say you can sell this item as new or like new. So for 2 of these I'm going to have to list them as like new, but there were FBA competitors on the listing, and the listing had a good rank, so that's how I made the decision to just go ahead and buy that, even though that is not the best possible outcome. I did take a look at the shoes, but unfortunately all the shoes in Ross don't come with a box, and I've just heard a lot of things about it's harder to make those sales when the box is not with the shoes. I did like those really funky Champion shoes, but I just thought that with the boxes not being there and me not being exactly a shoe buff, I left a lot of these, and we'll figure out, maybe we'll come back there and look at it another time. One thing a lot of people ask me about reselling is how much time do you spend sourcing, how much time do you spend listing, and it's hard to give an answer, but in this store I stayed for an hour. I tried to keep my time under an hour because I wasn't finding a lot in here. I took a look at some of the bras, but I noticed that on this bra I was gated when I pulled up the brand, but whenever I went to go try to get auto approved, I got auto approved in this brand, so maybe you want to try that. This is the Olga brand. I'm still gated in Hanes and Bali, which are some really popular bra brands, but having a few bras that you can sell really just adds to your overall income. I was going to pick this one up, but it had some stains inside the cups. I don't like to buy any kind of white item ever, just because it's too big of a possibility for it to get dirty before it gets to the customer. Total buy cost in Ross was $72.24. I expect to see about 60% profit. I'm going to head on to TJ Maxx and see what we can find in there. My luck got better when I got to TJ Maxx. I found several of these Columbia PFG shirts for women, and they're all plus size. I always check the plus size section in both genders because it's just easier to make money off plus size clothes. It seems like they're harder to find, unfortunately, for those people. I'm going to be able to make $10.50 off of this one, and that is even matching the lowest price. From there, I went to the hat section, and they had marked down a lot of these Champion hats, but they were pretty much worthless. You can make $4 or $5 profit, but wasn't enough. Alright guys, I spent $135 in there, and I came out with 9 items to sell. So now I'm going into Tuesday morning and hoping that will pretty much put me at around $300 spent today if I find what I think I'm going to find in Tuesday morning. So wish me luck. They had this huge table of clearance outside, and I picked through some of it, but it seemed to be just mostly really damaged items and stuff that I would not be able to send into Amazon FBA. One thing I love about Tuesday Morning now is they have finally changed their stickers when their clearance items are on sale to actually say what the price is instead of just saying some random percentage off, and it makes it a lot easier to do my calculations. Alright guys, I thought I'd show you what everything looks like now that I've got it ready to send in. I don't think I've even showed you guys prepped shipments before. This is how I do it. These are all clothing items for the most part, so I just fold them really neatly and then put them all in a poly bag, and I try to show the tag if I can show the tag. These are all decent profit, nothing crazy here, but we've got just under $200 profit here, and I did work on this from 2 o'clock to about 7 o'clock roughly, so about 5 hours worth of work for about $200 profit. So I don't know, you can decide if it's worth it. Today, I don't know, wasn't really feeling worth it today. I feel like it was a lot of running around and a lot of work. So but you know, you could always buy larger ticket items and only have to prep 3 or 4 items, and I do try to do that, but you just don't always run across that. I did wind up getting some of these dog hip and joint health. I paid 20 bucks for these, so I paid up for those, but I should make about $15 on those. And then I've got some little toys and games and stuff to send in. But yeah, this is mostly Under Armour and Columbia. Those are tested and true brands for me. I've sold a lot of those over the last year or so. I usually pay anywhere between $15 to $25 a unit on those, but I should make about $15 a unit as well. So let's see what we actually made. So my buy cost, which is the amount that I had to pay to get all of those items, was $244.20, and it says that my net profit will be $198.72. So I'm going to deduct from that the possibility of a return, and also give about $10 for shipping to the Amazon warehouse, because I'm just going to ship this out in one box. And the average sales rank here, 203,000, and then I've got 15 total items. So 15 items took me 5 hours to get. Now keep in mind, I was going and looking at stuff for myself in these stores, so I guess you could really say it's probably more like 4 hours to get it. For those of you who haven't seen my little processing room and table, this is pretty much it. I run my business out of a little room here. It's a little bit messy right now, but I put everything that I'm going to prep on the table, and then I get it ready, and then I get it all in a box and sent to Amazon. And these are my unpaid assistants here. They are really good for moral support. This is another unpaid assistant that I have. Really love this printer. This is the Arc Scan, and I've had it for probably a year and a half so far, and it's doing really well. Alright guys, that's it. She's ready to go. I got the 2 boxes together. It was like $10.50 to ship both of those. I believe mine are going to the Memphis warehouse. So my profit margin wound up being 77% if you factor in the inventory and the cost of shipping and everything like that. So pretty good, not great. I would love to double my money, but sometimes, you know, when you're doing retail arbitrage, you can't expect to do that every single time. I really didn't know what I was getting into today, but I think for 5 hours worth of work and 77% return, about $200 profit, give or take, it's pretty good. I am pretty tired, so I think I'm going to cut this and edit it and get it uploaded and go to bed. One thing about being a reseller is you can spend a lot of time that you don't really realize, like prepping and just doing things like shipping out stuff. So it's always good to think about how much your time is worth, and I try to be as efficient as possible when I'm doing this stuff. I only do one thing at a time. Like if I'm working on an Amazon shipment, I don't have up a YouTube video and have a bunch of stuff going on. Like I try to focus solely on what I'm doing so that I don't make mistakes, and that's also because I sort of have, you know, a little bit of trouble keeping my focus. So I just try to, you know, plan to do one thing at a time. I'm probably going to kind of think about FBA in a different way, especially when it comes to Q4, because this account is making me money, but I don't know if it's necessarily worth the time right now. It was a lot of effort, I felt like, and there was a lot of people in town, and I was just like, the introvert in me was like, oh my gosh, why am I even out here? Why am I even doing this? It just did not feel worth it today. Hate to sound like, you know, a whiny person. I'm definitely happy about it, but like I won't see that money for probably 3 months. It'll take that long for everything to get checked in and sell off, because some of it I planned on selling during Q4. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for today. That's my day, I guess. I don't know, in a nutshell. I don't know if it wasn't necessarily a bad day, but it wasn't like a great day either. So Anyways, I'm calling it a day. I'm going to watch Survivor. I've been on a Survivor kick for, oh gosh, probably 6 months now. I've watched about 15 seasons of it, and I really, really enjoy it. So I'm going to go do that and honestly just stop thinking about Amazon for a couple hours until I wake up tomorrow and probably check my sales. So you guys take it easy.